On this story is Meralco's Aaron Black. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the show, brother.
Good morning, Dre. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there it is. So that's your room. Just to clarify, it is your room. So when your dad, we had him on the show, Zoom, nandun pa si Cookie Monster and si Big Bird. Kwarto mo yon.
Still in my room, didn't even tell me.
You didn't know. So, yesterday, that's the big story here. Because of the fire, Game 6 was moved and postponed. When and how did you and your teammates find out about the fire? Can you tell us how it all went down yesterday for you guys, for the players of Meralco, to the point when it was a guessing game, matutuloy ba? And then eventually na-cancel na yung Game 6?
Yeah, around 1 o'clock, we were told, I think 1 or 1:30, we were told to stand by because there was a fire. Actually, I already knew something was wrong when the 3-on-3 wasn't playing anymore at around 12:30.
Okay.
And then around 3 o'clock, I was about to leave the house already for the game. And Boss Pao texted our group and said that the game was canceled. So, we ended up just going to our team gym just to get some shots up, to go over some stuff. So we still made the most out of the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, syempre, no one wanted this to happen. Everybody was excited for that Game 6. How does something like this, though, affect you guys, the players? It must be difficult. Yung ready na kayo, you've prepared a couple of days to prepare for Game 6. You lost Games 4 and 5. And then all of a sudden, this happened and it na-cancel yung Game 6.
Actually, naglolokohan nga kami ng teammates namin eh. Kasi we were talking about how, well, we were so hyped. And then once they told us na canceled, para inantok na kami after. So, well, I mean, I don't think it affects us that much. Of course, we're happy na wala nasaktan, especially the 3x3 players and the staff that were there. But at the same time, I think, 2 days later, a little bit more time to prepare for us to make sure that we're really ready for Game 6.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned that you had to put shots up. Diba? You just decided to have a practice yesterday after it was announced that Game 6 will be canceled and moved to tomorrow instead at the Mall of Asia Arena. Did you guys feel like you still had things to address when na-cancel na nga, and then you guys were putting your shots up just to get your bodies warmed up, I guess? What did you guys talk about, like, amongst yourselves? Okay, we have more time now, a few more days before Game 6. Did you address some other things?
Well, I think we were definitely ready to play yesterday if it was played yesterday. But at the same time, you can never. There's always something positive that comes out of having extra preparation, right? So, we just wanted to take advantage of that. Once again, we're thankful that nobody got hurt. But at the same time, we're thankful for the extra time of preparation. I think even Ginebra would say the same thing.
Yeah. Well, of course, Meralco is coming off, as I said, back-to-back losses. Tough losses in Games 4 and 5, in which it could have gone either way. You could have gotten any of those games or both games even. Can you tell us, like, what was the toughest time during those games, like stretches during those games? Saan kayo, like, nahirapan in Games 4 and 5?
Well, I think he never made a couple runs in both games. We were able to come back, but just like as I said after the game to some of the reporters, that that run that we made to come back to the game to bring it down to 1, which we've had a couple of times in this series, is something that we have to have for a whole game or a whole half. We have to play that way to make sure that we have a lead going into the latter quarters, rather than expending all our energy to come back from those big leads by Ginebra.
Well, we saw the stats, the game numbers in Games 4 and 5, and I asked Juan Manal to dissect that even more the other day. Let's talk about you. You have been playing very well here in the finals. I know job's not finished. You guys are still down in the series, but let's take a look at your numbers here. And let's not ignore what you've been doing, Aaron Black. You've been averaging 16 points, close to 17 points a game, close to 5 boards, dishing out also 3 assists, 3.4, and 34 minutes per game in this best-of-7 final series. And you've really silenced those doubters, haters, And I know it's been, di ba, lingering. Alam mo yan eh, yung, kaya lang naman napunta sa
Yeah,
Meralco
yeah,
kasi nandyan si Coach
definitely.
Norman, dad niya si Coach Norman, kaya lang naman ganito, so on and
Mm.
so forth. Kumbaga, I think we have to move past that, and we're past that with what you're doing right now, playing. Props to you. Let's talk about this
Thank you.
performance, A. It's your first finals appearance in the PBA. To what do you attribute all this, and what else do you still hope to improve as we were looking at your numbers?
Uh, well, I mean, I really struggled early in the season. But I think just going forward, I relied on my teammates. I relied on the people around me, my support system. I do know that I do work hard, especially during the off season. I do get my work in season, off season. So I'm thankful that the work is showing. Hopefully, it turns into some wins in these next two games. It'd be nice to have that championship. But yeah, I'm really just blessed. It's all God, really. That's been guiding me throughout this. I went through a little stretch there during the season where I couldn't make a shot. I couldn't make a 3-point shot. Like I couldn't really play up to the level that I thought I could. So
Yeah.
I'm just thankful to be here. I'm blessed to be in the finals and blessed to be able to have this opportunity.
Well, at least you are delivering where it matters most. But as you said, you hope to produce wins, and that end goal is still within reach. But you have to get the job
Yes.
done, which is winning a title for the first for the franchise for
Yeah.
Meralco. And I actually got to speak to your dad nga. Sabi ko nga, ginamit niya yung room mo eh, di ba? Si Coach Norman, di pala nagsabi sa'yo. Well, that was after Game 3. That was after Game 3, yeah. And he said, you've had to learn on the job, on the fly, adjusting to the point guard position. How do you find this role? Ano yung kumbaga mga naging challenges so far for you, and matching up against a guy si LA, and nabanggit mo nga ng press conference na grade 4 ka, he was playing for your dad in Ateneo, and let's talk about that, like adjusting to playing the point guard position in the finals and for this team.
Well, yeah, I mean, in college, I didn't really have to think about setting up people or it's different. The skill of ball handling from the 2 and the 3 compared to being the 1 is different because you
Yeah.
have the ball in your hands for so long
Yeah.
throughout the game. So it's something that I really had to work on. Seeing my teammates setting up the plays, I have to know all the plays. It was definitely an adjustment coming in, but I sort of realized that it was something I could use. Moving forward, because I am one of the taller guards in the league, so
Yep.
it might have been an advantage for me. But yeah, it was an adjustment. It's something I'm continuing to work on. I'm still learning on the fly now, and playing against one of the greatest point guards to ever play in the PBA helps because I get to watch him on tape do what he does against me, and I get to learn from him
Yeah.
every day.
May sinasabi ba si LA? Are there like a few words between you? Because I see sometimes you take advantage of him. And then, is there something like between you and LA? Because I know you call him Kuya LA, na sabi mo nga, grade 4, it's LA Tenorio, and then here you are matched up against him in the finals. Can you share with us and tell us kung ano bang
Well-
like kayo ni LA? How does that dynamic work?
Well, funny thing, we haven't talked the whole series
Really?
at all. Zero. And I think it's really just all business right now.
Okay.
I definitely will be talking to him after the series is over, asking him some things that I want to know. Some things that he does. I'd like to know what he works on and what he looks for. I like just to pick his brain, actually. But right now, I guess it's really just all business. We haven't talked at all. Couple of pats on the back. That's pretty much it.
These are LA's numbers in this series. Well, at least alam kong hindi ka niya binubuli o inaasar during. Well, thank you again for granting this interview. Good luck. The best of luck to you tomorrow in Meralco in Game 6 and the rest of the way in the series. Thank you, Stay safe.
Thanks, Dre. Thanks for having me, man. You too.
As always, thank you. That was Aaron Black of the Meralco Bolts.